Today's topic is, what roles does a buyer's agent play and what role does the seller's agent play? And you might be thinking, well, that's pretty obvious. The buyer's agent is supposed to help me find a home and negotiate for me and save me time and stress of looking for a property, correct? And that's pretty straightforward. You know what? That is the buyer's agent's job. But the seller's agent's job? Well, you've hired him to help sell your property. And I think the biggest misconception that a lot of sellers have of the seller's agent is the seller's agent should somehow have a high probability of bringing his own buyer. So where, for example, you think, oh, this guy's a big-time realtor. He's got tons of clients. He's probably got a buyer for my property already. And you know what? That sounds like it makes sense, right? The bigger the database, the more clients he's got, the higher probability that he's got for selling your home with his own buyer. Correct? But I'll tell you this, is most real estate transactions, no matter how big the realtor are, at least 85 to 90% of them, the properties are sold by another realtor, another buyer's agent. And, you know, it's kind of true. What do sellers agents do? They put your property on MLS, another realtor brings the buyer, and your property gets sold. And you're left thinking, how much did I just pay this guy to upload something onto the internet? And all he did was upload it on the internet. And I think that's where I'd like to clarify expectations and responsibilities of a seller's agent so that sellers may better understand the role of a seller's agent as compared to a buyer's agent. Yes, a seller's agent has a responsibility. If he does have a buyer, he will bring it to your property and try to sell your property at the best price, everything else. But the main role and function of the seller's agent is to act kind of like a protector and guardian of your property, where he puts it on the market and then he has a bunch of buyer's agents trying to get to that property, get at the lowest price. And it's his job to guard and protect your property. That's his role. That's why a lot of the times you got to think about it. The power of one realtor, how many people could he actually know? Where the buyer's agent, because they have buyers ready to go and they're actively bringing out there, that's like having the power of 5,000 people versus the power of one person. Even though, say, he's like a 500-pound guy, really strong, everything else, you know, against 5,000 skinny guys, he's nothing. You get torn apart. That's why the real estate market, the actual pace of it, in my personal opinion, is driven by buyer's agents. Right? The seller's agents put it on the market and they prepare to defend and bring the best offer and to allow the one person in. Right? So that's what I think is your seller's agent, his responsibility kicks in when you guys receive an offer. And that's when his main job comes. Because somebody's attacking your property, wanting it for the lower price, and it's his job to defend your property. And you know what? If he's got an attacker of his own and he double ends it, great for him, right? That doesn't mean reduce his commission because now there's only one realtor involved. He's done the work of two realtors. So because I am a realtor, you know what? Yeah, sure, of course he's going to get paid for two. Am I biased? Hell yeah, right? You're doing the work for it. It's like saying doing the work for two people but getting paid the same thing. Does that make sense? Would you do it? Right? And if you wouldn't do it, why do you expect us realtors to do it? But yeah, seller's role is the goalie, buyer's agent is the attacker. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that point in terms of picking a seller's agent. Pick the best goalie and don't expect him to be the attacker because chances are he's against a bigger army that does a much more effective job than he can do on his own. And that's the reality of the market. Stats prove it. This is John Su, Naked Real Estate, Barrier Free Experience. Thank you for watching.